Look, I get it. When we're learning American English, there's some sounds that we know might be difficult for us. So we spend time studying them. We really try to say them correctly when we pronounce words, when we talk with people. But the problem is that that extra focus and energy and concentration might actually be causing them to sound worse and become more noticeable. And so today I want to talk with you about weakening consonant sounds, specifically with regards to letters like the R or like the T or D sounds, like L sounds, because the reality is we don't care about them. We care about vowel sounds. So let's try to get the center of attention onto the vowels. Good morning, guys. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show, which is Wake Up American. We're here Monday through Friday, typically earlier, but again, with this, some changes, school schedule and stuff like that. If I could do it at night, our time anyways, we'll do it at night because I know a lot of you are actually in your mornings, so you get to wake up with us. Cool. When I say us, I mean me. Hello, my name is Jeff and Rhymes with Breath. That is one of the four keys to a natural sound in American English pronunciation, including placement, pitch, breath. Trying to weaken your consonant sounds and strengthen your vowel sounds. That concept of weakening consonant sounds, that concept of placement, pitch, and breath, that's also in our pronunciation textbook today. And we're going to be using some of the concepts that we have in our textbook as we address these words that have been sent to us by Mahmoud. I want to thank them for sending us some words. I'm greatly appreciated for that. So you can see them here. So again, thank you to them for sending us these. And again, our goal is to be trying to say these with some weak consonant sounds. So when we say weak consonant sounds, what we mean is that we want to spend less time on a consonant sound when we say words, and we want to spend more time on the vowel sounds. So let's take a look, for instance, at our first word here. Literally, a couple things are happening here. This is a complicated word. So firstly, let's just kind of talk about what the major vowel sounds here. So we have a short I sound, which sounds like eh, like in this, or quit, I'm biting the sides of my tongue. Okay, and the very back of my tongue is down. So it sounds like Okay, that's our first sound. The next sound is an sound, And if you've learned an R sound in American English, you may have learned that this R sound is very strong. And this, I would say it's not entirely true. The R sound in American English needs to be noticeable. It needs to be clear, but you don't want it to take over your word. So you don't want to become like, and like growling at me. Instead, it's going to sound a little bit more like, so you hear a little bit more breath coming through. The back of your tongue's a bit high, but don't press it too high. Otherwise, you're going to start blocking breath. Again, the goal of the sound is It's actually a pretty light sound. Just try to bounce between that short I and that sound a little bit for me if you can. It's like er. The next sound we're going to get is a vowel sound that's going to sound like oh. Okay. This is basically like a dark L sound. If you don't know what a dark L is, instead of doing like a L sound for an L sound, like the tip of your tongue goes high, like L, instead we're going to put the tip of our tongue down against the bottom of our mouth and slightly raise the back of your tongue, but still let a lot of air to pass. It's going to sound like oh. It may help to close your mouth more, oh. But for some people, it may help them to open the mouth more. So like oh. Either of them can work. Just make sure you have enough air passing through. And then our final vowel sound for this is the E sound. Okay, E. Make sure you're not using your first language E. This is a sound that most languages have, but it's not like E. It's going to be more E. So let's just do all those vowels like early, E. Those are our sounds. All those vowels. And if you get those vowels sounding halfway decent, that's going to be enough for this word to be okay, because we don't care about these consonant sounds so much. We're really just caring about these vowels. So let's try to do the vowels, and then we'll add the consonants back in a little bit more firmly. One final thing we'll consider, the stress will be on your first syllable. All the other syllables will not be stressed. So it's going to sound like oh, e. Early. Now let's add the consonants. Literally. Let's now bounce between those. Literally. Okay? Let's try saying literally 3 times. Literally, literally, literally. You're going to notice that that T again does not sound like litter, litter. No, it sounds like litter, litter. It's called a fast D. It's because you have a vowel sound before it and a vowel sound after it. It's like litter, litter. You just need to raise and lower the back of your tongue slightly. Litter, litter, litter. We see this actually for a number of these words. So for instance, the next word also has this fast D. It's like etter, etter, etter. That first vowel sound in this word, letter, eh. This is eh like in best or get. The back, middle, front of my tongue are a little high. My mouth's mostly closed, and my lips are straight. The sound I want is like eh, eh, eh. It's like eh, le, letter, eh, le, letter, eh, le, letter. Let's try saying letter 3 times. Letter, 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 letter. That's what tip of my tongue against my bottom front tooth the entire time. Okay. You want to watch out for letters so it doesn't become like ladder, ladder, ladder. It's not la, la, la. It's le, le, le. So just kind of be mindful of that vowel. It can be a little bit tricky for some people. Very easy to confuse it, so be careful. Next one, water. Water. Again, we get that fast D sound. When you have a T that's surrounded by vowels and R's and things like that, typically becomes this, they're called a flat T or fast D sound. You hear both. Our first syllable, can you say for me? Ah, ah, ar. And then again, we had that fast D sound. It's like ar, water, ar, water. Ugh. There we go. Sorry, connection's been kind of spotty. So notice too, when I'm saying water, see how my lips stay straight on the W? It's like water, water. So it's not water, water. Can you see how that really changes the sound? Water versus water, 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 water. It kind of muffles the sound a little bit, right? So straight lips may be able to help with that. Okay, water, water, water. If you're still struggling with that fast D sound, something you can also experiment with. Just pretend there's no sound there. Pretend there's no T. Pretend it's not even there. So it's like wire, wire, wire. A lot of times your body almost naturally can make that fast D sound because your body wants a connection between those vowels. Okay, it's like water, water, water. And then our last word. I think this is actually in the textbook, by the way. Regular, regularly. So our stress again is on the first syllable. So it's that eh, then it's oo, then it's an and then it's an e sound. Stress on the first syllable, so all those other ones are going to drop. It's like oo, e. Can you just do those vowels for me? Oo, e. E. And then we can add the consonants back in. Oo, e. Regularly. E. Regularly. You want the vowel to sound the same whether there's consonants around it or not. Regularly. Regularly. If you do like but then you say regularly, that's a big difference, right? Your vowels don't sound the same. You want the vowels to sound the same. Regularly. 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 Again, with those L's, I recommend dark L with the tip of my tongue down against the bottom of my mouth. Regularly. All right, guys. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of practice with some words that have some R's, has some T's, some fast D's, some L's, some consonants that have a negative reputation, but we really don't care about them. We care about the vowels around them. Don't forget that. And again, if you would like tips just like what we just talked about there or more, check out our pronunciation textbook. You can find it at fluentamerican.com. It'll be great to see you there as well. Guys, thanks for checking us out. There's a million pronunciation resources, so the fact you're here with me for a little bit of your time is greatly appreciated. I hope to see you guys later. Have a good day, have a good night, and a good afternoon. Take care.